Greetings, Ian from RTO here. Welcome to another album ranking here on Tuesday. It's a very short one today, but it is most importantly a viewer's request. Now, way back I did an album ranking of Kingdom Come. Then someone pointed out, do you know that he was in a band called Stone Fury? And I had heard of Stone Fury, but I didn't realise it was Lenny Wolf. So I went, no. So this is, could you do a quick album rank on them? And I went, yep. And it's been sitting in the laundry list forever, so it's time it come out. So yeah, Stone Fury were an American rock band that were formed by Lenny Wolf and Bruce Gowdy. They met in '83. They weren't around for very long. They made only the 2 albums, as I've told you, and obviously after the band split, Lenny went back to Germany, then returned to the US with his new band Kingdom Come, and Gowdy went on to work with World Trade. So this is going to be a very brief one. So coming in at number 2, we have their second and final album, Let Them Talk, that was released in 1986. The band was Lenny Wolf vocals and guitar, Bruce Gowdy guitar and keyboards, Dean Cortez on the bass, and Vinny Kawaluta on drums. So the first track on this album is called Too Late. This is a really strong vocal from Lenny Wolf. I do like his vocals. There's too much keyboard on this, not enough guitars, but it is probably the best track on this album, purely on the vocal performance of Lenny Wolf. Next track is called Lies on the Run. Vocally it's got that sort of sound that you were going to go and get with Kingdom Come. The guitar works are good, but the keyboard sound is just atrocious. It's too synthy, too poppy. It's not particularly a good track, I'm afraid. Then we get the title track, Let Them Talk. This is far too poppy for a rock band. I don't know if it was them or it was the record company calling the shots on that. Then we get a track called Babe. Love the bass line on this and the drums, but the keyboards are doing what guitar should be doing on that, and it's okay. It's not the best track. It's listenable. I Have a Storm. It's just that 80s rubbish. It's just the worst track on the album, probably the worst track done by Stone Fury. It's not very, very good. Doing What I Feel, great vocal performance by Lenny, but the whole song is too 80s in pop, and it just doesn't suit Lenny, to be quite honest, but he does sing okay on it. Then we've got Let the Time Take Care. This has got one of another good vocal from Lenny, but the rest of the song is pretty wishy-washy. Lenny's voice is the outstanding thing on this album, full stop. I Should Have Told You, electronic rubbish sounds. It's very hard to listen to. And the last track is called Stay. Great bass line, but poppy riffs, not very good. I don't know if this was the album that the band wanted to do, to be quite honest. I think it was just a product of the 80s, pressure from the record company to make MTV hits. It's turned out to be a poppy, crappy sort of album, and no wonder this band broke up, because I don't think this is what they wanted to do. So I'm going to give this an RTO ranking of 3 out of 10. Okay, number 1 then is the debut album, Burns Like a Star, from 1984. This has got Lenny Wolfe on lead vocals and rhythm guitar, Bruce Gowdy lead guitar, rhythm guitar and backing vocals, Jody Cortez on the drums, George Pirelli does some drumming, Rick Wilson on the bass on some tracks, and Peter Parneg as well. Break Down the Walls. This is a great track. This is what you are going to get from Kingdom Come. Great riffs here. Really strong drumming, great vocal from Lenny. I love that track. It is really, really strong. I Hate to Sleep Alone. The guitar solo on this from Bruce is really good. It's another great track. A proper rock track from the 80s. Strong, really good drumming on that. Really solid track. Life is Too Lonely. A little bit commercial for me, but you always have to have something on there. Lenny's vocals brilliant. The bass line is terrific. I think this one's Rick Wilson, but it's a really solid bass line. Good track. Don't Tell Me Why. It may be a 80s rock track, but it's great. It's not too clean. The solo from Bruce is brilliant. The drumming sounds good, and Lenny again, he's on fire. Mama's Love. This is my favourite track on the album. It's just one of those great rock tracks, and again, this is what Lenny was happy doing. You can tell in his voice he's really enjoying doing this. It's another great song. You'd get to hear lots of songs like this when, of course, Kingdom Come along. Title track, Burns Like a Star. Guitar riffs on this are really strong. You can hear the two guitars working well together. Another solid vocal from Lenny, like that track. Tease. This is my second favourite track on the album. The riff is brilliant. A great vocal again. The guitar work from Bruce is very good on this. He's a really good guitar player, and this is maybe 1980s rock, but it's a really good track. Hold It, solid track. Great bass line on this one. Solid drums, really good sound. And then you got Shannon You Lose, probably the weakest one on the album. A little bit commercial, but the guitar solo is pretty impressive. This is a really good album, actually. I think this is it's a difference in the two albums. This is their debut album. This is what the band wanted to do, and then the second one is chalk and cheese. Very good 80s rock album, and it was a foundation for Lenny, because he come back strong with Kingdom Come, and the rest is history on that. So I'm going to give this one an RTO ranking of 8 out of 10, because it is a very good album from the 80s, and I do like it because this is what you was going to get the next time you hear this sort of sound from Lenny, would be on that debut Kingdom Come album, which is still a very good album to this day. Okay, that's all for this one. It's a very short and sweet one, but it was a request, so obviously we have to do them, because that's what I'm about. I'll be back with a very special retro ranking today. It is, can't believe it's 60 years since the first James Bond film came out. So we're going to pay a little bit of a tribute to the man of the music of Bond, when he worked on 11 Bond films, and that is Mr. John Barry. So join me for that if you're a bit of a Bond buff. So I'll see you for that later. Bye for now.